row before finally re-qualifying last year in Atlanta. Another thing to note here, Sandbox has both Tesla and the bomb tower out. So you see him going mortar here. That will preserve Cage for a Game 4 or Game 5 situation. Feeling like it might be RG for sub.
Yep.
Nope, it's Pigs instead.
It's Pigs. Now, is he going to be playing Three Musketeers? That would be crazy. Whenever I see Piggies and Hunter in a deck, I always think it's Three Musk. Like a Three Musk Fireball deck. I don't know. He might... Rich, I think he's playing Three Muskies here.
With the Heal Spirit, it has to be.
Right.
That would be weird. That would be weird if he weren't with all these cards that we see.
Right. And then Sandbox, on the other hand, looks like he's got a nice Mortar Fireball deck. So I'm partial to a Sandbox win here. Not only because of the fact that he's got the Fireball and great counters to these Piggies and to the potential Three Musketeers, but also the fact that, you know, Sub has the Barter Barrel. You know, Sub has the Barter Barrel, and if you have a Barter Barrel, that means you don't have Log. And that means Goblins, Rascals are going to be so good at locking down defense on Sandbox side of the map.
You know, this deck from Sub, your first season in CRL, 2018, this was so popular, the 3M Royal Hogs with the Hunter.
Yeah.
And then sort of fell off the map for a while.
Yeah. Definitely making a comeback since the Three Muskies change, but also the fact that EVA Royal Hogs are in the game. It's always fascinating to like look back and see how meta has shifted over time. But yeah, Fireball gonna drop down here. Evo Mortar, definitely solid value. It's a very common idea. Like once the Evo Mortar drops down, you want to use your big spell onto it, just because of how big of a threat it poses. But you know, you drop the Fireball onto it, all of a sudden half of the HP, or Lightning onto it, all of a sudden most of the HP from the Evo Mortar is pretty much gone. But that's also why it's strong, because that's where you get in situations where maybe the Skeleton Barrel is now reaching tower because they've had to overextend and spend too much elixir onto that mortar itself. And then here comes the big push from Sub. And this is kind of how these more expensive decks really operate, whether it be Golem, you know, the Mega Knight decks, or this Three Muskies deck. It's like, okay, I have successfully gotten both of my Evos in cycle in the Royal Hogs and the Lumberjack, so I will play Three Muskies in the back, make a big push, and maybe Sandbox defends that first push, right? Maybe he defends that first big double Evo push, but in order to do so, he spends so much elixir that the next Lumberjack at the bridge, that's a regular one, locks in the tower, and just like that, Sub has a victory. I can't believe it.
Again, the speed with which it changed. So here we go. Sandbox, championship point number 2. Can Sub do it again?
Yeah, let's find out. Bat's not going to be taken for the Spirit, so not something that Sandy's going to worry about. Skelly Drags. And then Marcher. So Sub with Miner. Skelly Drags immediately made me think Royal Hogs. But with the Poison, you know, it's most likely not. And I don't even know if he has Royal Hogs available. So most likely going to be a weird, like, Graveyard deck, or maybe a weird Miner deck. Or maybe even Drill. Like, those are the 3 win conditions that can go with a Poison.
Sandy played Royal Hogs in Game 2, so doesn't have those available. And the Furnace making it feel more like Graveyard. And he's going to go all in here. Look at this. Just eating the Miner wall breakers and totally sending on the right-hand side.
Man, I love this idea. And the dash really makes a huge connection. And Sub's already shaking his head. And the reason why I love this idea so much is that's what wall breakers are about, right? It's like 2 elixir. I want to make you overspend on 2 elixir, but sometimes you ignore them at the right moment and send your elixir on offense instead. You can put this deck in a tough situation where they can't defend.
And, you know, the sack tower play is so much rarer now in Clash Royale than it used to be, right? In an era where Golem and Lava are both more popular, you'd see choices like that made a whole lot more. Modern Clash Royale, you don't see I mean, obviously it wasn't a full tower sack, but you don't see the sacrifice tower play made that much, and you see with how razor thin games are so often, you see pros so much less willing to give up even a little bit of damage, much less
Yeah.
a huge chunk like that one.
Yeah, I think that's so true. But it's also why Sub has realized that in this situation, being down so much damage, that he needs to go all in and make something happen. Because if he can get the tower trade, it's pretty beneficial for him, actually. Oh my goodness, and the ability
wow.
just not quite in time there.
Oh, that's brutal. Absolutely brutal. And now a poison will do it. And Sandbox just has to defend coherently for 25 seconds.
I really love the Evo Snowball idea there. It's like, no, I'm not going to play anything that could potentially give you a Marcher lineup.
He needs to stop the Magic Archer here. Gets high with the Skeleton Dragons. And assuming these wall breakers don't get through, Ice Spirit does it, and that's it. That's it. Sandbox, your winner. Going to World Finals for the 4th time in his career. What a performance. What a day. What a guy. Sandbox, your June Clash Royale League monthly finals champion.
Oh my goodness. The golden ticket, $14,000, a huge celebration.